All right, picture this. You're leaving the grocery store, arms loaded with bags. Maybe it's raining. Maybe you just don't feel like wandering through a sea of SUVs trying to remember where you parked. You pull out your phone, tap a button, and, like magic, your Tesla Model Y starts driving itself across the parking lot, weaving around shopping carts and potholes, and rolls right up to you. No one's behind the wheel. It's like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But it's not the future anymore. It's right now. Hey, if you're into this kind of tech talk, real world, no nonsense, and a little bit of fun, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm always digging into the latest and greatest in tech, cars, and all the wild stuff that's changing how we live. You don't want to miss what's coming next. So, let's talk about this whole smart summon thing in the new Tesla Model Y. People see it in action, and honestly, the first reaction is usually a mix of, whoa, that's awesome, and wait, how the heck is that even possible? I mean, it's one thing to have a car that parks itself, but a car that can literally drive itself across a parking lot to pick you up? That's a whole new level. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is it really that smart? Is it safe? How does the car know where it's going? Does it actually see stuff around it, or is it just guessing? And maybe most importantly, can I trust it not to run over my neighbor's dog or, smash into a light pole? All fair questions, and trust me, I've had those same thoughts. All right, so here's how it all works. Broken down in a way that actually makes sense. No engineering degree required. First off, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to use Smart Summon. You just need the Tesla app on your phone. You open it up and you'll see this option to either have your car come to me or go to Target. Come to me is exactly what it sounds like. The car finds you wherever you are in the lot. Go to Target lets you drop a pin on the map and the car will head over there instead. Super simple. Now here's where it gets cool. The Model Y doesn't use radar or those little beeping parking sensors anymore. It's all about the cameras. There are a bunch of them. Think of it like the car having eyes all around its head, just looking out in every direction. These cameras are constantly scanning everything. Other cars, people, shopping carts, those random concrete barriers that always seem to pop up out of nowhere. But just seeing isn't enough, right? The car has to actually understand what it's looking at. So inside there's this super powerful computer that's basically running a brain. Okay, not a real brain, but you get what I mean. It takes all the video from the cameras and builds a kind of 3D map of the world around the car. It's like when you're playing a video game and the map fills in as you explore, except the car's doing it in real time, every second. Once it's got this map, the car starts figuring out the best way to get to you. It's like when you're at a crowded concert and you're trying to get to your friends without bumping into everyone. The car's computer is looking for the clearest path, avoiding obstacles, making sure it doesn't do anything crazy like cut across a flower bed or try to squeeze between two trucks that are way too close together. And here's the thing. It's not just making one plan and sticking to it. The car is constantly updating its plan as it moves. If someone suddenly walks out with a shopping cart, or if a dog runs by, the car sees that and adjusts. It slows down, stops, or even backs up if it needs to. It's always thinking, always watching. Now, before you start picturing your Model Y just cruising around the parking lot on its own like some kind of robot valet, let me pump the brakes a little. There are limits. For starters, you have to be pretty close to the car, usually within about 200 to 280 feet. That's like, what, a couple of rows over in big parking lot? You can't be halfway across town and expect your car to come find you. And the car doesn't go fast. We're talking walking speed, maybe a brisk walk at best. That's on purpose, to keep things safe. And here's something important. You have to keep your finger on the button in the app the whole time. If you let go, the car stops. If you lose sight of the car, or if your phone loses connection, it stops. It's not just going to take off and drive itself into the sunset. Tesla wants you to be paying attention, just in case something unexpected happens. So, what's it like in real life? Well, I've seen it in action, and it's honestly pretty impressive. You tap the button, and the car starts moving, slowly, but surely. It'll pull out of a parking spot, turn the wheel, and start heading your way. If there's a car in the way, it'll wait. If there's a person walking by, it stops and lets them pass. It feels a little surreal at first, like you're in a Pixar movie and your car just woke up and decided to come say hi. But, and this is a big but, it's not perfect. Sometimes, if the parking lot is really crowded or there are a lot of weird obstacles, the car can get a little confused. Maybe it hesitates, or it takes a longer route than you would have. And it definitely doesn't like things like snowbanks, puddles, or those weird little islands with bushes in the middle of the lot. It's good, but it's not a genius. One of the coolest things, though, is that you can actually watch what the car is seeing, right on your phone. The app gives you a live video feed from the car's cameras, so you can see what it sees as it's making its way to you. It's kind of like being in a video game, but with your actual car. And if you ever feel like something's not right, you just lift your finger and the car stops immediately. Now, I know some people are worried about safety. Like, what if a kid runs out in front of the car? Or what if someone tries to mess with it while it's driving itself? Tesla's built in a ton of safety features. The car is always watching for people, animals, and obstacles. If anything gets too close, it stops. And since you're supposed to be watching the whole time, you can always stop it yourself. Another thing to keep in mind is that Smart Summon isn't meant for public roads. It's strictly for parking lots and private driveways. You're not going to be sending your Model Y to pick up your friend across town. At least not yet. Maybe someday, but for now, it's all about convenience in those everyday situations, like getting your car out of a tight spot, or not having to walk across a giant parking lot when it's pouring rain. And honestly, that's where this feature really shines. It's not about showing off or pretending you're in the Jetsons. It's about those little moments when you just want life to be a bit easier. Like, you're at the mall, it's late, you don't want to walk alone across a dark parking lot. Or you're loaded down with stuff and don't want to squeeze between two giant trucks to get to your car. That's when Smart Summon feels like a game changer. Plus, Tesla is always updating their cars. Seriously, it's like getting new features on your phone. Every few months, they push out software updates that make Smart Summon a little bit better, a little bit smarter. So if you get a Model Y today, chances are it'll be even better at this whole self-driving thing a year from now. But let's talk about the real world for a second. Is it perfect? No. Is it reliable? Most of the time. Yeah, especially in big open parking lots where there aren't a ton of surprises. But if you're in a super crowded lot, or there's a lot of weird stuff going on, you might have to give the car a little extra help. Sometimes it'll get stuck, or it'll take a weird route. But honestly, even when it messes up, it's still pretty cool to watch. And here's a little secret. People will stare. I mean, it's not every day you see a car driving itself with no one inside. I've had people stop and pull out their phones to record it. Some folks will ask questions, others just look confused. It's a great conversation starter if you're into that kind of thing. So, to sum it all up, Smart Summon in the Tesla Model Y is like having a little bit of the future in your pocket. It's not perfect, it's not magic, but it's seriously cool. It's practical, it's fun, and it's only going to get better as the tech improves. If you're someone who loves gadgets or you just want to make your life a little bit easier, it's definitely worth checking out. And hey, if you've got a Model Y or any Tesla with Smart Summon, let me know what your experience has been like. Have you had any close calls, any funny stories? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. All right, that's it for today. If you enjoyed this little deep dive into Tesla's Smart Summon, don't forget to subscribe for more tech stories, car reviews, and all sorts of stuff that makes life a little more interesting. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you in the next one.